Ferrari F12berlinette 2015 car review. Ferrari is famous for its V8 mid-engine high-performance sports cars such as the 458, but the Italian company's heritage goes back further with its front-engine V12 Grand Tourer GT cars. The Ferrari F12berlinetta is a GT with supercar credentials rather than being just a luxurious Grand Tourer with galactic straight-line speed. It takes on other prestige rivals such as the Bentley Continental GT, though it's less practical than the Ferrari FF. Performance: this is the most powerful Ferrari V12 engine to date, and with nearly 730 bhp it has enough power to deliver the energy needs of a small town, let alone a two-seat Grand Tourer. So no surprise then, Ferrari F12berlinetta performance is nothing short of breathtaking. Press the throttle hard and be prepared for the engine to start to loudly bellow, for you to be thrust back in your seat and the horizon to rush towards you at light speed. To say the F12 is fast is an understatement of biblical proportions. Easy to drive. What also may surprise you is just how easy the F12 is to trundle around in. Keep engine revs below 3,000 revolutions per minute and the Ferrari is happy and tractable, pulling away from roundabouts and junctions with ease. There is no wrestling with tire spin or heavy clutches. The auto mode takes all of the strain and hassle, leaving you to concentrate on steering the car. The 7-speed, dual-clutch transmission means the driver can also change gear manually using the paddles mounted behind the steering wheel. Gear changes are very smooth even when revving round to the red line, and each shift happens incredibly quickly. Selectable driving modes. Ferrari has fitted a switchable mode to the F12 called the Manettino. It provides 5 driving modes for different conditions. These are: wet, for slippery conditions; sport, for dry conditions; race, for when you want to get a crack on; CT off, switches off traction control; escape off, switches off the electronic stability control system, and you are left entirely to your own driving prowess. There is also a launch mode that is engaged by pressing a button on the central divide. This brings the engine to the optimum revs and traction for the fastest possible standing start. Speed and rapid acceleration. The F12 has lots of it. Ferrari's claimed top whack is 220 miles per hour. Yes, that's a 2 at the front, not a 1. Even more impressive or worrying, depending on your viewpoint, is that at 2,000 revolutions per minute the car is doing more than 60 miles per hour in top gear. Stay in the same gear and add another 1,000 revolutions per minute and the speedo reads 88 miles per hour. The red line is at 8,500 revolutions per minute and the V12 seems more than capable of revving all the way around to it. So it is a staggeringly capable engine, capable of pouring the power through the rear wheels and makes overtaking anything including the red arrows utterly simple. The performance figures back this up: 062 in 3.1 seconds, 0120 miles per hour in 8.5 seconds and a top speed of over 220 miles per hour. Handling: for such a powerful car, though it handles with tremendous agility, with the steering particularly responsive to any inputs. The keenness to change direction belies the car's size and weight and makes for precise and accurate cornering on smooth roads. Drive onto bumpy or cambered roads, as found on many back roads, and the stiff suspension makes putting power down a much more lively affair. The steering wheel features a bumpy road button, which when pressed, softens the suspension and makes for a more pliable ride. This also helps handling as less time and effort is spent on a steering wheel jiggling in your hands and enables you to take a smoother, more accurate line through a corner. Even so, smooth roads will make it easier to drive more quickly than on country roads. Equipment: the Ferrari F12berlinetta is offered in one standard trim, and as is the case with all Ferraris, there is an extensive options list that enables a customer to personalize their car to their own personal tastes. Standard Ferrari F12berlinetta equipment: each new F12 comes with rear parking camera, adaptive front lights turn with the steering wheel to better illuminate a corner, electrically powered adjustment for the steering wheel, front and rear parking sensors, cruise control, tire pressure and temperature monitoring, anti-theft tracker with annual subscription, 7-year maintenance and 4-year warranty. Optional Ferrari F12berlinetta accessories. As with all Ferraris, there is a monster list of optional extras, and it is entirely possible to blow six figures by ticking the options boxes. The key optional extras that many customers will go for are different wheels, paint dark greys, black, strong blue such as the Tour de France shade, and yellow suit the car well, and different color leather interiors under contrasting stitching. Some will also specify the Scuderia Ferrari shields for the wings, but some purists reckon they should only adorn mid-engine V8 Ferraris. Beyond that, you can fill your boots and empty your account with all manner of carbon fiber goodies, including cup holder, steering wheel hub and LED housing, central tunnel, silk covers, front spoiler, rear diffuser and engine cover, to name a few. Electrically adjustment for seats, front parking camera and front lift system to clear the spoiler over large speed bumps may prove more useful, while the white rev counter and passenger display add to the drama of driving the car. If you still can't find the options your heart desires, then Ferrari will entertain special requests and bespoke requirements. Comfort. It doesn't seem the first word to associate with a Ferrari with supercar performance, but the Ferrari F12berlinetta comfort levels are high both in terms of passenger space and ride. The Italian company reworked the seats so that they weren't so bulky to free up more space for the driver and passenger. The seats are supportive with plenty of side support, and we found no aches or pains following a 3-hour trip. You'll have to tick the options box to secure electrically powered adjustment and heating though, otherwise settle for manual adjustments. The steering wheel can be moved for reach and rake, so it's not difficult to find a driving position that suits you. There is a suspension button on the steering wheel to soften the ride as desired. Practicality. It may pack a hugely powerful engine for a true supercar performance, but Ferrari F12berlinetta Practicality is a strong suit too. Thanks to the engine located in the front, Ferrari is also famous for its mid-engine supercars. It comes with a very useful boot. The rear parcel shelf also comes with 2 retaining straps to hold in place any suitcases or large hold tools, which is not a bad idea as it will stop any flying objects if you have to hit the brakes hard. Up front there are door bins that are fine for wallets, small notebooks and such like, but you'll struggle to get a large drinks bottle in there. For that you can use the single cup holder in the central divide, plus there's a covered small compartment with armrest and hides the USB connector. The car's handbook is hidden in the glove box, which is released by a push of the button, and there are further cubby holes located under and around the housing for the launch, reverse, auto and hazard warning buttons. The boot and fuel cap are both released remotely using the buttons located on the driver's door. Get a Ferrari F12berlinetta valuation. Behind the wheel. There aren't many cars where sitting behind the wheel can feel like a special occasion in its own right, but Ferrari is one that manages it. The first and most obvious thing that greets the driver is the steering wheel. The Italian company ensures that all the day-to-day controls are located on the steering wheel, so you don't have to take your hands off. You keep them on to enjoy driving the car. So indicators are operated by push buttons located under your thumbs, and the windscreen wipers operate in a similar way with a single push-pull button. The manettino is a switch located on the bottom left, and the driver can set the car into one of 5 different modes, from wet through to race, and even into a mode which switches off the electronic stability control. This mode is really for experienced drivers who wish to explore the car's full performance in the confines of a racetrack. The large red engine starter button is self-explanatory and adds to the occasion of firing up the engine. The dash has a central rev counter with gear indicator, plus 2 digital displays to either side of the rev counter. The right-hand screen shows such functions as sat-nav and media functions, while the left-hand one reveals the car's status for such things as oil and coolant temp and operating temperature of tires, brakes and engine. It even warns you if these car parts are below optimum operating temperatures, a spot on or overheating. It also provides the trip meters. The controls for each screen sit underneath, either side of the steering wheel. Safety. Given the high levels of performance, the car also comes with a high level of safety kit. These even included electric loop-rated brake cooling ducts which open if the brakes start to overheat and then close when the brakes are back down to their normal operating temperatures. On the more traditional front there are the usual plethora of airbags for driver and passenger, plus more active systems such as traction control, stability control, electronic brake distribution and anti-lock brakes. The brakes themselves are not only large but are carbon ceramic that are designed to give maximum stopping power time and again. Ferrari claims that the F12 can be brought to a standstill from nearly 125 miles per hour in just 131 meters. Reliability. The Italian company has made major strides to address reliability issues on previous models and to improve the lifespan of such consumables as clutches and gearboxes. Providing you ensure you book the car in for regular services with a knowledgeable expert garage, then Ferrari F12 reliability should prove robust. Remember, this is a high-performance car, and if you use that performance on track days, then careful following of the service schedule is essential. The Italian company believes it is the most comprehensive service of any currently on the market.